Hello everyone, this is part of a series covering all the German driving license theory questions with explanations. I've created a playlist so you can easily find any video you missed. Subscribe so you don't miss any of them, and let's go. Alright, here's our first question. You break down and have to stop on the right-hand hard shoulder of an Autobahn. What must you do? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A. Switch on your hazard warning lights and place warning sign safety devices at a sufficient distance behind the vehicle. Option B. Ensure that your passengers remain at a safe distance away from the bus and Autobahn. Option C. Call for help unless you can repair the vehicle yourself. Pause the video now if you need more time to think. When you're ready, hit play and let's see the answers. All three are correct. A, B, and C. Let's understand why. All three answers are correct here. Every step matters. Hazard lights and warning triangles alert approaching traffic. Passengers must stand well away from the carriageway behind barriers, and you must call for help if you cannot fix it yourself. Remember, on the Autobahn, get safe, get visible, get help. All right, let's move on to the next question. Let's jump right in with the next question. Who is a party involved in an accident? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A. A person whose conduct may have contributed to the accident. Option B. A person who has caused the accident. Option C. A person who is a witness to what happened. Go ahead and pause the video to think about your answer. Resume when you're ready. The correct answers are A and B. Let's understand why. A party involved in an accident includes anyone whose conduct may have contributed to it, not only the person fully responsible. A witness simply observes from the sidelines without any role in causing the collision. Always remember, if your actions or decisions played any part in the chain of events, you are considered an involved party. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Here comes the next one. Does the person involved in an accident have to move his or her vehicle to the side? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, yes, in the case of minor damage. Option B, yes, in any case. Option C, no, never. Pause the video here and take your time. When you've made your choice, hit play. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. In minor accidents, moving your vehicle clears the road and prevents secondary collision. So A is correct. B is wrong because with serious injuries, you should not move anything. Wait for emergency services and preserve the scene. C is wrong since doing nothing in a minor bump needlessly blocks traffic. Rule: minor damage, no injuries, always pull to the side. All right, let's move on to the next question. All right, next question. You are involved in a traffic accident. To ensure that passengers are not endangered, they must leave the bus. However, it is no longer possible to open the doors of your bus. What must you do now? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, calm the passengers. Option B, request that the passengers use the emergency exits in the event of an emergency. Option C, request the passengers to assist one another. If you need a moment, pause the video now. Ready? Let's reveal the answers. All three are correct. A, B, and C. Let's understand why. All three answers are correct because a block door emergency requires all three actions together. Calming passengers prevents panic, directing them to emergency exits provides the only safe way out, and encouraging mutual aid speeds up evacuation. Remember, when doors fail, your duties are calm, exits, and teamwork. All right, let's move on to the next question. Let's move on. While driving your bus on the motorway, you become involved in a road traffic accident. The passengers need to disembark from the bus. What is the right course of action? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, I inform the passengers about the situation. Option B, I have to issue clear instructions about how to leave the bus safely. Option C, I have to remove my driver card from the tachograph. Take your time, pause the video, and think it through. Hit play when you're ready. The correct answers are A and B. Let's understand why. In a motorway accident, you must inform passengers about what happened and give clear, calm instructions on how to exit the bus safely. The driver card removal is an administrative task with no bearing on passenger safety and can wait until everyone is out. Golden rule: when passengers are at risk, your only job is to get them off the vehicle safely. All right, let's move on to the next question. Here's the next one for you. What do these signals indicate? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A: the two lanes on the right are open to traffic. Option B: you may not use the two lanes on the left. Option C: you may use the two lanes on the left for overtaking only. Pause here if you want to think about it. Once you've decided, let's continue. The correct answers are A and B. Let's understand why. The signals show green arrows over the right lanes and red crosses over the left, meaning the right lanes are open and the left lanes are completely closed to all traffic. The left lanes aren't reserved for overtaking, they're forbidden entirely. Remember, red X means no entry at all, not a restricted use. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Okay, let's tackle this one. You are traveling at a speed of approximately 40 kilometers per hour. The lights change from green to amber when you are 10 meters away. What do you do? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A: proceed. Option B: stop. Now think about which of these two options is correct. Now's a good time to pause and think. When you've got your answer, hit play. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. At 40 kilometers per hour, with only 10 meters to the stop line, you cannot brake safely. You would skid or stop dangerously inside the intersection. Amber means stop only when it is safe to do so. At this distance, proceeding is the correct choice. The key rule: if you cannot stop safely before the line, you must continue through. All right, let's move on to the next question. Ready? Here's the next question. You are traveling at a speed of approximately 40 kilometers per hour. The lights change from green to amber when you are 40 meters away. What do you do? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A: stop. Option B: proceed. Now think about which of these two options is correct. Feel free to pause the video and think about this one. Resume when you're ready. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. At 40 kilometers per hour with 40 meters to the lights, you have enough stopping distance to brake smoothly and safely before the line. Amber means stop if you safely can, and in this scenario, you clearly can. Driving on risks catching the red and crossing into oncoming traffic. Always treat amber as red. Only proceed when stopping would itself cause a hazard. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Moving right along, you are approaching a traffic light which has been green for some time. What do you do? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A: watch the traffic light closely. Option B: approach but be ready to stop. Option C: accelerate even though the speed limit is exceeded. Pause the video and take a moment to decide. When you're ready, let's move on. The correct answers are A and B. Let's understand why. A long green light may change soon, so watch it closely and be prepared to stop. Never assume it will stay green. Speeding past a stay light is dangerous and illegal. Remember, a light that has been green a long time is a warning light in disguise. All right, let's move on to the next question. Let's see what we've got next. The traffic light has just changed to yellow. What is the right course of action if you are turning left? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A: stop. Option B: turn. Now think about which of these two options is correct. Hit pause now if you want to think. When you've got your answer, let's see if you're right. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. When the traffic light turns yellow, you must stop if it is safe to do so. This is a clear legal requirement in Germany. Choosing to turn left instead risks colliding with oncoming traffic or pedestrians crossing on their green signal. Remember, yellow is a warning to stop, never a signal to rush through. All right, let's move on to the next question. All right, here's another one. What is true of permanently illuminated signs? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A. Permanently illuminated signs either block lanes or open them up to traffic. Option B. Vehicles may not stop at the side of carriageways with permanently illuminated signs. Option C. Permanently illuminated signs apply to multi-track motor vehicles only. Pause here and think carefully. Ready? Let's check the answers. The correct answers are A and B. Let's understand why. Permanently illuminated signs control lane usage. They either close a lane or open it to traffic. So answer A is correct. Stopping beside them is also forbidden since it would block emergency or lane change maneuvers, making B correct too. They apply to all vehicles, not just multi-track ones. So C is wrong. Remember, illuminated sign above you means the lane rules apply to you. All right, let's move on to the next question. Here we go with the next question. What do these permanently illuminated signs mean? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A. The 1st of May, continue driving on it. Option B. 2 must change to the right side lane. Option C. 3 and lane 4 must stop. Take a moment to pause and decide. Hit play when you want to see the correct answer. The correct answers are A and B. Let's understand why. Lane 1 shows a green arrow, meaning it is open and traffic may continue driving. Lane 2 displays a diagonal yellow arrow pointing right, so drivers must merge into the right lane. Option C is wrong because lane 4 is not closed, only lane 3 shows a red X. Remember, green means go, diagonal arrow means merge right, and red X means the lane is closed. All right, let's move on to the next question. On to the next one. A vehicle with flashing blue lights and siren sounding is approaching you from the rear. What is the right course of action now? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A. I drive over to the right side as far as possible. Option B. I reduce my speed. Option C. I stop immediately. Go ahead and pause if you need time. When you're ready, let's reveal the answers. The correct answers are A and B. Let's understand why. When an emergency vehicle approaches from behind with lights and sirens, you must pull as far right as possible and reduce your speed to open a clear path. Stopping immediately is dangerous because it can block the emergency lane rather than freeing it. Always remember, move right and slow down. Never freeze in the middle of the road. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Check out my driving course at drivewithranjit.com.